Okay, so welcome back to Swindon Station. This month I'm basically going to try and weather the track that I've put down so far with the sleeper grime enamel paint. Basically got a few parts that I've gravelled or ballasted over the last couple of weeks. Not all of it's complete, but this stretch I've done some sort of remedial work on there where things were missed. So I had to fill the gaps back in and stuff. So today basically just going to do a little bit of weathering and see how we go from there. Obviously the station part was done a couple of months ago. Now that the other 3 tracks are all connected and running, I'll be probably going on to those as well, sort of to start getting those weathered and looking a bit more realistic. So sit back, enjoy, and hope you like the video. Okay, so that's this little bit of the track done. Branches off. It's a little bit of a bit patchy in places, but we'll give it another coating probably tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes from there. But overall, doesn't look too bad. Considering to what it used to be. Excellent. Hello, right, welcome back. Okay, so it's been quite a while since I last posted a video. What we're basically summer and everything, summer holidays. We had a bit of time away. I had a bit of time off, just to sort of do other things, just for a little bit of a change. However, back up here again now, because obviously it's drawing into the autumn winter time, so it's a little bit cooler to work up here, which is fantastic. Even with the fans and everything on, it can be a bit unbearable. So what have I done? Probably doesn't seem an awful lot, but what I've basically done is I've effectively tidied up my main area. These curves, obviously, I think you saw are in place last time. I effectively started to put some gravel down in the parts where I'm now happy with the clearances and with the camber that I've had to install on some of these corners. It's been a little bit tricky. Just purely because the new HSD I've got, quite a new motor and everything, and if you have it at top speed, it's been known to sort of derail in the corners. So what I've been doing over the last sort of couple of weeks is just trialing the speed of it onto the corners, and effectively what I've done is I've raised this corner here, all the way along. That one there, that one will get done at a later stage. But effectively, just so we don't have any derailments, because obviously it goes at a fair rate of knots, and when you got these tight radiuses sort of thing, you know, on a flat, gravity takes over and you end up with a derailment. So I've been doing those for that corner. For the corner over here, they've all been done. The one at the rear still has to be done, but the inner one has been done. They were already done about 5 months ago, so I'm happy with those. And obviously, where I've been spraying before, those corners have been done. Still a bit dark in here, I appreciate, but never mind. And obviously, again, those corners, they've all now got the camber in. Some good news on the building front is the station. Spent quite a while trying to do this. Made a lot of mistakes, as you do, but I've managed to get it not too bad. Looks quite good. Hi, okay, so as I was saying, the station building's coming along. A lot more improvements done to it since the last time you've obviously seen it. Mainly the windows have been put in, and I've sort of tried to get these from a kit that you can buy. Excuse me. And they're pretty much exact from the picture that I had that I was using to build these. And obviously, I mean, if you go into sort of Google images sort of thing, you'll hopefully see the same sort of style. So at the moment, we've got a few of the doors in there, a few of the windows down the bottom, and we've got the access area there, which I need to get some sort of bespoke doors fitted. That's I believe that's the access into the cafe area. So yeah, just to give you an idea, it's not just one side done. I've managed to do the other side as well. I'll just rest it on there because it's a little bit precarious. I've started the windows there and I've obviously run out, so I need to get a couple more kits. There's only so many windows in these kits, so it's a bit annoying. This side, bit of a trial and error on this one. This is the first side I started, and there was a few things weren't quite right with it. So basically what I've done is I've actually cut a segment of that cardboard out, put a new piece in, and then put the doors and window frames back in correctly that I wanted them to be in. It's just something just wasn't right with the first attempt. But once they've been cleaned up a little bit, sealed in, it'll get painted very much like the other side, ready for any sort of final coating that I'll be doing to it later on. So yeah, I think it's coming along. It's looking a lot better. The brick wallpaper is downloaded from I think it's Railway Scenics. Same place where I got the platform slabs and the non-slip panels that they put on there. They're pretty cheap. Same as the brick stuff here down here as well. So it's all from like Model Scenics, I think it's from. Very reasonable, quite handy to use, and once you're providing your printer's actually set up, once you start printing, you've got endless copies, so it's great to have. So yeah, it's in progress at the end, guys. I know it's taken quite a long time, but I am actually trying to do this as a scratch build. It's not a kit form because you just can't get this building. Like most, station sort of thing. If you're going to try and recreate it, it's going to have to be scratch built. Some people tend to use plastics, like plastic sheeting, plastic girders, all that sort of stuff. That's great. It does sort of give the authenticity and stuff like that. This is basically a mixture of thin cardboard and balsa wood, and the battens going across here are the double length matchsticks that you used to get. Basically just cut to the right size and then just put on top. It's all painted in the dark blue at the moment, just to sort of, more than anything else, just to get it to stand out. I will go back eventually and just try and get the right sort of paint for the period sort of thing, but I actually quite like the blue, and I am tempted to keep it as is. I think in the past, certainly when I've been visiting, these battens and the uprights and everything are all sort of like a creamish colour. But no, we'll see. I might just put a little bit of a spin on this one and just have it slightly different. But yeah, there we go. Obviously, from last time the lights are in, they're not wired up yet, but they're in the right place. This one I had to move around because I wasn't quite happy where it was going to be. Obviously, there's going to be a signal light here, so I didn't want to put it in line with that one. And then looking at Google Maps, plus my visit that I had there a few months ago, this was a little bit offset further back, so I think I've got it pretty much there. So as for everything else, obviously we know all about that. This is the tunnel that I'm putting on for the back part. That's just drying at the moment. Obviously, with it being the 40th anniversary of the HSTs, there's all mine at the moment. Just trying to think. This one was DCC, but I think the chip's blown on that one. And this one, DCC, it works, but the motor's not very good. It's not very good at pulling the 7 carriages. So they're sidelined at the moment. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with them. I'll either keep them as stock here. I may even sell them. Certainly the Virgin trains, they're analog, albeit that I need to do a couple of wire changes on them, but they're analog and I don't have any use for them anymore, so I may put them on eBay just to get rid of them. So the corner here, obviously I've done a bit more ballasting from the areas where I was happy that the camber's in place and the line, I'm happy that it's all secured and I've not had any derailments or any issues of that from that sort of side of things, which is all good. Fiddle yard at the moment, this is on hold. I'm not too sure what we're not too sure what we're going to do with this bit at the moment. My feeling was that I was possibly going to extend that fiddle yard to here. So effectively, if I go back enough, you'll have the track coming into about here, and it'll bend, and then it'll come down to here. Not sure. Maybe. Not too sure. As long as I got enough room to get on each side, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But I might have this as a park up area. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, appreciate there's obviously not an awful lot of progress, but I am actually trying to concentrate on this building. Little things. It does take time. But now obviously we're into autumn. I can probably start getting a few more things, bits and pieces done here now. The next aim is to extend the building and effectively have the walk bridge coming across. And I'll probably use some of the plastic kits because you can get the plastic girders and stuff like that look quite authentic for a bridge rather than just using the balsa wood. So I'll start probably buying some of that kit soon, and we'll start getting the bridge up and running. Probably looking to finish that, well, definitely by summer next year. So maybe springtime. Maybe we'll have this this building sort of pretty much finished with the bridge going over. The rest of the lights put in this side, the bike stands, the plant pots, etc., and the signs. I'm aiming to have this bit of the station complete by definitely summer next year, with all the little bits and pieces, and obviously pedestrians and all that sort of rubbish. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it so far. So sorry I've not been too much more involved in the last few months. We've just sort of needed a little bit of a break, do different things. This, as you know, I've been sort of toying with. I've been sort of doing a bit more work on it. It is a warehouse for receiving in rolls of steel plate, and I believe it's for the mini manufacturer in Swindon. So they have it basically freighted in on the train line, and they have a roller door there, and then they store it all in here. So I've had a look at the website, and that's what it seems to be. There's a couple of shots from the sides, outside, and a couple of shots inside. So I'm going to try and replicate that as best as I can. I may even put an operating door at the end. Not sure yet. It's why it takes roller doors. I've seen one that I believe Everard Junction did, which was quite interested to see how it operated and stuff. So I may go for that over time, but for now I'm just going to leave that open. It'll probably be the last part of the building I do, but it would look good if it was a working roller door. This side, we haven't got any crossovers to the fourth track, so I haven't ballasted certain areas. My idea is that I was going to put this in on that track, have point system coming onto there, another point system coming onto there, just so we can have the crossover. And I'm probably looking at the very corner. Let me just move this. On the very corner, I'm going to probably install that. So we've got from the third to the fourth line. I'll install that on there. So still lots to do. It's a very slow process. It does take time, but hopefully you'll start seeing a bit more work from me now in the next few months, and a few more videos and stuff. Hopefully you like what you've seen. Please do let me know about the comments on the building. See if there's anything I can improve on. Then by all means drop me a line, let me know. Hope you enjoy. Thanks very much for watching now.